just yet to get the knock, but the rest of them not anywhere near.
Yes,
I guess that's where you're going to go. Sure, that works.
I have all of the vision in the world now, and it's just make sure you don't step too far back. That's the problem with this location is whenever somebody takes some pot shots and you try to juke away with it, you're used to having that step or two to get away, right?
Maybe don't move around too much while you're scoped in, buddy. You don't want to lose your footing. That's going to be tough. Try to reposition themselves. I feel like we're going to see a lot of getting people back.
Look at Tiamba. They're just coming up full reinforcements. Are they going to make it to the coastline? They might be going directly after Kiss, and yes, they are. They've just directly beat it in after him. That should pop up in just 1 second. Expendables, though, having a deal right over his head. Goes for the shots in. Expendables trying to find some more out of this. This got messy pretty quick, but Loki should be fine to res. Going to go for the flush out. Yep, now what are we going to do from the top of it? Danawaz just continuing pressure points along his trench line warfare, bouncing in between them. Loki down still, and that's going to be another one in Anonix. Calorius just trying to cling to life. Hunker down, Molotov back behind him, so close.
Not the best place in the world to get in a fight here. They're getting third party by Sonics, they're getting third party by Petrichor Road, and everybody is just suffering after this one as Loki is still bleeding out, but it looks like Deal will be able to get that res, but TE in a bad way after that one. I think it's just down to Delwyn. As you see where Sonics ended up after that E pickup, and they are in perfect position to take advantage of Petrichor Road.
Falcons reposition also just below the positioning that Petrichor Road's trying to hold on. Delwyn even taking some shots into what's going to be happening in this position. Petrichor Road in a ton of trouble right now. Throwables now starting to come out, landing very close. Connects up, but it's going to be actually Stakers. Gets the knock onto Akeslift, but Petrichor Road in a red zone right now as it is just raining upon them.
I don't know if this is where they wanted to stop or this is where they had to stop, but either way, it's not working out too well. Chewy will get the res on a Ming. Ikesleft down to no HP. Can they get to him in time? Yes, they can, but Summer has gone down as well.
Okay, Delwyn very close to this position. That's what I was going to be worried about. Nades coming in. Just one member out. Make it none. TE picking up some kills in a desperation position. That is big.
Get yourself some points as a solo, my son. He's doing so well for that squad right now. Just staying alive, although Sonics has spotted him out. You can see Shrimsy shooting down the toesies. That looks like a free kill, a free point for Sonics. Let's see how far they want to commit to getting it.
Is that not the most Expendables thing, though? Okay, we can kind of hide here and maybe get some placement points, or I could get 3 kills. Let's just go ahead and go for the kills, guys. So Expendables does get eliminated, but by their own choice
Job done. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? That's exactly what you'd love to see out of your solo player. In a situation like that is now, Cerberus, they're going to be running into the firing line. Sonic's going to get 2, get 3. Can they get any more? Can they finish off the squad? It's just down to Duckmai.
Sonics at 5 kills already, navigating a very open hillside and really trying to exploit it. They've got FaZe that's holding down Lumberyard just up on top of them, but FaZe very much committed into their defensive line. With this, we're going to have Freaks coming in right back behind Duckmai. He's going to have to be careful. I don't know how we're going to see Freaks. They might opt into just stopping on the edge point right next to Prison. But Duckmai going to try to fight his way out of this one. He's got a couple of problems. He's even kickstart on an angle with it, and the louder he stays, the more attention he's going to draw.
Uh-oh, Sparking gets there. Oh, he misses the last bullet. That's not what you wanted there. Deal going to go down to Salute as well, but that grenade might be enough to get Loki. Indeed it will, so Sparking will get his first kill here.
Full collapse coming in as now New Circle has popped, moves into that hillside that Sonics were playing from. TSM going to have to collapse in just a bit more to the south. Already got eyes on what's going to be going on with the Freaks and their repositions. Daytrade also moving just to the south of them, going to be bumping into the Falcons in just one moment. Tiamba holding down the Yellows just west of Milta Power in a very strong spot, going to be harassing Falcons as well.
And Linshu still on the pipe. He's going to stay there as long as he has to, as James will find an opening knock, but immediately gets traded back by Beam.
All right, FaZe going to have to navigate this one. They've got the high ground advantage, but not a lot of good sight lines onto the Freaks outside of that. So Freaks still just trying to cling to life in position. TSM not wanting to get too involved. They've got good vision on what's going to be going on down in the Daytrade Falcon situation. So they're kind of focused in on that for the time being, making sure to get their vehicles into position. They know that any bit of cover is going to be a commodity in the circle. It's not... I mean, we've got the slope down the hillside. There's a lot of trees over here, but it's just not going to feel comfortable when we still got 44 alive.
He's got 2 knocks. And you know, of course, it had to be on AGG. I tell you right now, Tycon's looking at this and taking notes. This is the play that I feel like that team would absolutely love to see, as the rest of the boys are actually pulling up. So we might see Linshu get a few more. Is Purdy Curdy going to take it right to Freaks.
I don't even know if AGG has entirely figured out where they're getting shot from. They're just going to bypass this. They're like, leave it alone. AGG's playing along the coast, crashes it. I mean, this is kind of what they were wanting to go for. The crash spot doesn't work out as well as they want. Diving down, going to go for a bit of a dip, so Tycon going to at least find some safety. But, I mean, even if he has to swim to the nearest beachhead, that's not going to feel good.
We're mermen now. Tycon actually going to be the last player alive as his knocked teammate actually died to falling there. So Tycon will try to solo this one out as TSM still trying to figure out how they want to deal with Freaks. But the good news for them is FaZe has this line of sight into the back of them as well.
Freaks doing a good job on surviving a very bad situation, but it's only a matter of time. It feels like a couple of retaliation knocks coming back in. Freaks not going down just quite yet, sitting at 4 kills, and they want some more. Their eyes are set into TSM. They're dealing with FaZe back behind them, trying to juke in, use those trees for cover, but Sparking hunkered down. He's got himself his own little defended position with good sight lines up that hill, but I mean, FaZe now starting to mop up, pick up a couple of these kills.
They got to be quick about it, though, because Day Trade has now started to send it over here. They're wrapping around to the north. You can see them on your mini-map. Belmoth, Flash, and Nurens have just arrived. They can see the smoke clouds. I'm not sure if they've spotted anybody out just yet. Quandong Freaks don't want to waste any time. The grenade going to sail just a little too long.
Commitment into the res does pay off. Freaks getting closer and closer, but Day Trade also getting closer. TSM with their eyes set so long into Freaks, and Freaks surviving for so long has been a thorn, a massive problem for TSM. They thought that this was going to end fast. Day Trade coming up back behind them is going to be a big issue. Bean even stepping out into the blue. He wants to go for a cheeky play in, creeping in right back behind them, hoping the fact that he can get loud enough, but he's going to be right up along Day Trade's line. He goes for a couple of shots, realizing what's going to be going on with Day Trade, realizing his position is pretty vulnerable. Now Day Trade, beneficiary of everything here.
And look at this FaZe not wanting to be left behind in this one. They're going to aggressively push out, try to take advantage of this fight as well, immediately sandwiching on top of TSM. Luke 12's going to go down. Sparking now the last player alive for TSM as FaZe and Day Trade just sweeping the edge.
Sparking with that solo position. We've seen him make some big plays out of it so far in this event, but Day Trade looked like they're pretty comfortable. They're like, okay, we don't want to get involved in another firefight. We know that we're going to have to move into the circle, but they're kind of dancing around with the idea. Day Trade has a member in Thanadol all the way over into the west, right along the bay itself. FaZe are going to go after that last member, and it is going to be Correxy that does manage to take down Sparking. So TSM firmly eliminated now, but Sonic's in control over the circle, starting to take shots into FaZe.
Yeah, both teams, FaZe and Day Trade, now they've got what they wanted. They're pulling back. Day Trade still have 4 up as well. FaZe down to 3 after they lost James a little bit earlier. They have a path inside this next zone as Tycon tries to make his way out of the water, but he gets spotted by Thanadol.
Man, he wanted to creep up behind Tiamba so bad. He wanted those kills. Vengeance. He wanted to get something in retaliation. Should be noted that Rello is still alive for Falcons as he's having a ton of bullets dropped upon his head. He's just kind of holding out in that crate's position. That has been just a weathering storm of bullets falling upon Falcons to try to survive in the point. So, 25 alive and near on no buildings inside of it, just Diffx inside of one building to deal with. It's all trees, hillsides, slopes, and a little bit of the ocean still in play.
Finally have a little bit of a moment to breathe here a little bit as Day Trade will push into Rello, and that'll be it for Falcons going out in 8th place. Now Pow tries to take some shots, but Diffx not going to let him.
Good shots, as now that's going to open up a bit more of an opportunity for Day Trade. They really appreciated that one. Linshu had to drop down in the water, so he's going to have to flank around. But that could put him pretty close to where Thanadol is. Depending on how, if we saw Day Trade saw that jump into the water, he might be trying to defend up over there. Nope, looks like he's just going to jump in a vehicle, maybe try to rotate, but he still has his eyes set along that angle just to be safe. Actually, no, his eyes are set up trying to make sure that he can get this flush out. That could be an opportunity for Linshu, but we've been seeing Linshu play the high ground. Can he play the low ground?
Boy, that is a tiny, tiny little sliver of land for 3 of Tiamba to share and try to go for that revive as Thanadol had the angle. They will get Pow back on his feet. Day Trade, 7 kills. This is the start that we wanted to see. The grenade gonna fall right on top, but not get the knocks. Oh no, he's gonna get another one. Pow down, 7700 down, and now it's all down to just Linshu, who's all the way on the north side, and he's been spotted out.
He wanted to flank back behind all of this. Thanadol does go down, but it was just a moment too late. Day Trade just going to go for all of these flushes. Sonic's going to try to take some shots, and Day Trade don't have the cleanest sight lines on that hill. So up to the southwest, we actually do have Valley Ty making a move around FaZe Clan. That's a pretty big detriment for them, as it is going to be Unique trying to move forward. He is also going to get spotted out, but Na'Vi creeping in right next to 17 Gaming, also big.
Huge start to the day here for Day Trade. Hopefully they can get these revives, get all 4 back on their feet as they are up to 9 kills. As we check back in with FaZe, they ran into part of this Valley Tie split. Looks like Unique got a knock, maybe 2, and they were able to get him down, and now they've spotted out Megalos, and that is going to do it for Valley Tie.
Na'Vi creeping in, is taking a couple of casualties on this approach. 17 Gaming going to lose Suju, but means that the defensive line, it's going to be Zhao Wu on one angle, trying to see if he can get something.
Ooh, Xiaobei. That's a scary, scary duo to have to play with. Na'Vi, they had Circle of Fortune to start things off, but having to push out of those compounds were a little bit more on the brutal side. So Sid will spot out Xiaobei, gets a lot of damage in, but doesn't get the knock. As now the duo from 17 will collapse right on top of the final remaining player for Na'Vi.
Oh, pressure building. Got the nade prepped. Is it going to come out in the right angle? Goes up,
Ooh,
does connect! Zhao Wu gets the knock in return, but can he get a res back onto his teammate? Attention has been drawn onto this angle, and it is scary over here as it is FaZe and Sonics also with eyes.
And Daytrade was able to get all 4 players back on their feet, so they are back up to full strength. They do still have the thorn in their side of Lin Shu, but it looks like they spotted him out. Sonics, meanwhile, working down to the south. They might be squaring off with FaZe here shortly, as Lin Shu, he's going to find 2.
Big plays coming up from Lin Shu. He has been so massive in the entirety of this game. So much of this has been based around his plays, and he is still clinging to life up there, trying to make more happen.
Absolutely huge work from Lin Shu and Tiamba here. As now we cut back to FaZe as Gustav has spotted out 17. Again, both players knocked very, very low, but they just refuse to die right now, Matrim.
FaZe maneuvered down into 17 Gaming's position a bit more. Looks like they might want to try to pick up the stragglers in that 2 that are trying to hide over there. Sonic's got control over most of the circle. Good vision position. Lin Shu, the beast, finally goes down. Daytrade enjoying that. Still sitting at 11 kills. One of their members still down. But Sonics has maneuvered along this hillside, spotted out FaZe, taking some shots at them while they are going after those members from 17.
Yeah, Sonics definitely feel like they're in the driver's seat for this end game here as FaZe, they did retreat to that hard cover, that big rock to play around. They would love to be able to get rid of 17 here, but immediately Xiao Wu's going to find Corexi, and they're going to spot up another one as he tries to make a run, but Gustav with a great spray will take down Xiao Wu. It's all down to Xiaobei.
Oh, even Daytrade taking the shots into the backside of 17 Gaming. Xiaobei trying to survive, but Gustav leading the way, should be able to spot it in just one moment. Goes for the spray, does manage to finish it. Circle pops, and it is going to favor Sonics and FaZe's position. Daytrade, the odd team out.
They're going to lose Corexi, and now Nurens will spot out Fex as well. As Sonics hears all of this going on, they see the kill feed popping. They're creeping over in this direction, but they just can't find the angle. Gustav just going to lie prone on the edge of the circle and try to survive.
Massive kill counts from all of our squads playing along this hillside. Sonics with their 2-2 split, playing the high and off over into the north. It means that they've got a lot of control on any movements coming out from these others. You can see one member of FaZe already down. Nuren's wanting to see if he can maybe pop it, and is going to pick up that kill point, maneuvering them up even higher in that kill count. Gustav, I don't even know if he can pop his head up from this point.
And Sonics, you got to give them props for the fact that they went for that high-risk, high-reward play of doing the E pickup to go right to the side of the hill and getting there exactly at the right time. But we're going to take this moment to listen in on Sonics.
Fantastic. What are you guys trying to blue tank it? Okay, last phase guys,
right, we don't want to lose this point.
I'm going to try to go to green.
After the day guy dies, let's push.
We don't let him run it. No, we can't run it
down.
down.
Where is he?
He's on the rocks on blue.
Can you say I can probably run left? I can probably run left and kill him.
Sherm, let's run left. Or cover right, Sherm. I'm going to run left.
Let me cover right, so he can't deny.
I'm grouping.
Take and me are going to push left.
He's edge on me. He's like on this tree. He's on our side of the rock.
I'm nading the tree. Is that an exact?
There we go! Sonics take our first game of the Grand Finals in a strong situation, playing from an emergency pickup, as you mentioned, Poro, to just, I mean, you can see smiles on the faces. A lot better start.